Limbus Company! Whoa. We are at Limbus Company. Hello. Good day. Welcome to the Limbi. This is the first time I'm streaming a new, thing in Limbus Company, I think. Isn't it? I did, horrible mirror dungeons. That was about it. Okay, so today is Bamboo Hatted Kim Day. Today we claim bones and such, I assume, with the new and interesting assist units and so on and so forth. Wow, it's been a while. Okay. Let's see what I need to... if I need to prepare anything. First of all, I need to prepare this. I hear it's good. So I'm just gonna thread spin this. It's awesome and cool, and so on and so forth. Welcome, thread spin 3. Thank you. Everyone say hi to Rodion. Say hi! He is now thread spinned. I also sharded this, because, you know, of course, I had to. I didn't necessarily pull on it, but I did shard it. So I might as well level it up, and we get to use it. Incredible. Also need to uptie it. Goodbye, my thread. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I didn't feel like interrupting that one. That one was pretty great. I will read this, however, on my own time. We will not be reading the update story today, because we have other things to be doing. Sorry, Otis. I swear I will read it. I love reading. Oh. And then we update to 4. Because it's kind of the standard, I suppose. And also, I feel like I'm not really missing out on anything when it comes to losing thread to this specifically. Okay, you know what we should also do? I mean, come on. Got to. We have to. At least one. Just one. Just one little gamble. And it's bad. It's bad. So, no more gambling. I can't. I don't have lunacy. I lied. I tried pulling on Otis and I didn't get her. So let's just get straight to the event. Alright. They want me to play Blade Lineage, I guess? No, the new ones. That's the new ones, and these are Blade Lineage. So... that's not happening. We're going to be... I'm going to have none of the event points, which I guess are pictures? What is that? Photos. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to farm this in Mirror Dungeon because I'm not using I'm not using it. I'm not using Blade Lineage. I'm sorry. But I'm not really sorry. I just have better things to be doing with my time, you know? Okay. No voice acting, so I'll take care of it. I brought a lot of water for this exact purpose. Hell yeah. No, wait. For this one, we should go about it like... Tang. No, Heathcliff's been in the Vanguard for too long. I should pull him back and let him... Dante. Huh? Oh, sorry. Did you say something? I provided you an answer to your question, but you exhibited no observable response. Is the Sinner's combat performance deteriorating beyond manageable parameters? No. Things aren't that bad, but... It's just hard to focus on one conversation when I'm trying to support battles happening in completely different places at once. On top of that, Rodya's shopping... chatters. What? Shopping chatter. What does that mean? It's starting to get a little distracting. Oh, shopping chatter. Okay. I was thinking about Twitch chat. I don't know why. She's talking about chatting. I'm not brain dead. I'm just a bit slow. Sometimes. A few days after we entered Encorp's district, the bus pulled over in the back streets of Encorp to take care of a distortion case. This contract was supposed to be handled jointly with the LCD team, but distortions suddenly started cropping up all over an area of the back streets called Butter Street without any coherent pattern. No obvious point of origin or route of spread, nothing convenient like that, and I had no choice but to split the sinners into several groups and send them out. Okay, so we're on Butter Street. Butter Street. Sure, why not? I'm glad we have... I'm glad the city has great nomenclature of that variety. Otis, Ishmael, Sinclair, Don Quixote, Yisang, and Merso are on their way to rendezvous with the LCD team. Heathcliff, Gregor, and Hong Lu were suppressing distortions that had showed up from these guys. Okay. I guess they're trustworthy enough. And with our onboard stock scraped down to the bottom, Rodya and Ryoshu, who were done with their share of the suppression work, were put in charge of buying supplies for the bus. Okay. As for Faust, she decided to stay behind with me on the bus. I wanted to get through the consultation sessions I'd been putting off and thought I might as well get myself some much-needed practice with handling the new golden bow power I'd acquired. To reiterate, there are no— oh, that's her. Apologies. I was going for the glass of water. I didn't notice. To reiterate, there are no issues requiring special concern regarding Faust. It is true that Faust has, on several recent occasions, expressed dissatisfaction with a certain Faust. However, those instances should be classified as a mere personal grievance. Right, so that's the bullying that's going on inside her head. Must be pretty tough being bullied by your tulpas, I suppose. I mean, that's good if that's all there is to it, but this was not the first time Faust had seemed unlike herself. There had been times before when she spent far longer alone than usual, lost in thought. Moments when she could not produce immediate answers to questions from the other sinners, or could it be you can't access the gazelle shaft? May I ask for your basis or the inference? Because you're acting a lot like you did back on the warp train. It appears there remain occasions on which you are still capable of surprising Faust, Dante. So I was right. You really are cut off from the gazelle shaft. That was not intended as a confirmation of your conjecture. Maybe she's saying that while she can technically access the gazelle shaft, it may as well be that she can't? I wish I could ask more and get to the bottom of it, but the way she was sidestepping the subject told me that prying wouldn't give me any further insight. Tragic. Right. I won't press you if you don't want to talk about it. I mean, I guess she has, you know, she is in the server, but her permissions are currently on revoked. Your reserve is appreciated. Shall we move on? Yes, our consultation is the next agenda. After cross-referencing the records pertaining to the recent events in the House of Spiders, it would appear that memories concerning the individuals designated as Sora and Ren currently remain only with you, Dante. As such, should the influence of Ryoshu and her sword lead to further omissions in the official records, the manager will be responsible for supplementing the necessary information. Wow, this is just like Genshin Impact. Sorry. Yeah, not the first time I was the only one left with intact memories, huh? That's right. Despite K-Corp's memory wipe procedure, Catherine's erasure by the Golden Bow's power, and Arayashiki severing people from existence, I was the only one who remembered what had transpired. But, ironically enough, the memories I had prior to swapping my head with this clock still showed no sign of returning. Why won't my old memories come back, though? Is it because of this clock head? Speculation based on your experience with the bus team thus far will not meaningfully contribute to the recovery of your former memories, Manager. Inductive reasoning conducted from memories with gaps, after all, is bound to have structural limitations. Bongi would serve as an adequate analogy. Oh, okay, sure. Bongi? Yes, Bongi. Receiving feed and increasing in body mass alone would provide it with no meaningful basis for identifying the purpose of its reading. Even at the terminal stage, when exposed to kitchen instruments and the heat of the stove, its limited experience would prove inadequate to constitute an understanding of its ultimate fate and purpose. Okay. That's vaguely ominous, but sure. Likewise, the ultimate answer to your doubts can only be obtained from the whole of the experience that you will have accumulated at the terminus of your entire journey. That is, your allotted mission. Unfortunately, this is a live service game, so that will not be happening. You know how it is. Because treasure awaits at the end of that road, at the end of hell. And that treasure will give me back my memories in my head. Also, indeed, at the end of the road, you will be able to engrave your aspect. I still have no idea what aspect means, or even whether it's an object, but if I know one thing, it's that the me from before all of this began had wanted it badly. Obsessively. Desperately. It's more like an instinctive knowledge, but with my memories gone, that feeling, however strong it is, does not change the fact that it's just another word with no discernible mental image. And you're not gonna tell me what it actually is, are you? The aspect, what it means, or why I wanted it so much? If it remains a piece of information that must be disclosed to you, then no. I am unable to tell you. Pay it no mind. You are still following your star acceptably. Please concentrate on the journey. More importantly, have you grown accustomed— I would like to focus on the journey, I'll be honest. Have you grown accustomed to that incomplete power? Current observations suggest you have yet to arrive at that level. Well, I've gotten pretty used to focusing on one place at a time, but keeping track of several places at once is still a bit rough. Otis's team is doing well in combat, even without my direct supervision, and Rodya's team is shopping and not engaged in battle at the moment. Taking my mind off them would prove much easier, but that wouldn't give me the much-needed practice, so I'm doing my best to keep an eye on every sinner's status. Sufficient familiarity should result in substantial tactical value. You would be able to cast a wider net when information gathering and employ previously unavailable tactical patterns. Right, and I'd also be able to tell when it's a bad time to call someone in, too. Even as I continue talking with Faust, I make sure not to stop observing the places where each group is and what they're doing. Yep, pulling Heathcliff to the rear was the right call. I don't see any injuries. His team's still doing pretty well, even without my directions. As for Rodya... Wait, did she just stuff all of the pastries and bread she bought into her pockets? How did she manage that with a huge big... I mean, we have the bus, technology, with linking the doors. I guess, fat-ass magic. And Otis's group, let's see. Looks like they joined up with the LCD team without any issues. LCD, and that guy over there must be... Hang on. Faust. There's a dude I've seen before, but he seems a bit different from what I remember. Is it him? Do we finally get to see him? Could you specify the issue? I'm monitoring the situation right now. We should probably join up with them too. Let's end the consultation here. This is rather precipitous, Dante. If the incident is of a serious nature, perhaps a request for support from the LCC... No, it's not an incident. Though, I wouldn't say it's not serious. Okay, that was reading. I love reading, that's why I play Limbus Company. Okay, well, I'm seeing more reading, so I have to stimulate my brain. Oh, I see something, there's some... No! That's him? Wait, no! Fucking announce... I just got spoiled! I just got spoiled by the fucking announcer! No. 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 That was supposed to be... That was not... Okay, whatever. Fuck. Whatever, man. Kill all announcers, honestly. Kill them. Well, okay, maybe we can keep Leihang, but that's the only one. Okay, well, now we know what he looks like 5 minutes before we are supposed to learn it. This is going from bad to worse, really. Dante seems to be tied up helping the other groups. Otis's command calls have been working out well enough, I'll give her that. We've managed to hold the line better than expected, but we're definitely starting to feel the strain. Oh! Why are you waving your hand all over... And hand signals? What signals? What's swinging the arm sideways even supposed to mean? You don't know? It's scatter, damn it, so scatter! That was close. Dude, I don't like the voice I'm doing for him, but I don't like him in general, so I guess it's okay. We almost got flattened. No, maybe less stuttering for Sinclair. Damn it! Even rookies with nothing but the most rudimentary of military training would have recognized the hand signal at basic. Well, we're not all trained soldiers here, are we? Oh. Quixote. What do I do with Don Quixote? I don't know. You know what? I'm just not gonna do anything. Verily, the flourish of a single hand doth indeed make boast of a chivalric elegance. Yet when thou suddenly wavest thine arm about, clenching and unclenching thy hand in that mystical fashion, only to suddenly turn tail, forsooth, I am left bereft of understanding what thou meanest to say. To think that of all the personnel in the team, only the swabby has the discipline to interpret a basic field signal. I only picked it up during my sailing days. And realistically speaking, did you really expect ordinary people like the others to understand professional military signals? This is unacceptable. After all the operations, all of you have been deployed under my lead. You're all still ignorant when it comes to non-verbal signals. They're not autistic enough. I don't think even Dante would know those signals. Yep, might as well be splitting hairs, literally. Let us appease our agitated hearts and follow Miss Otis's instruction. We should disperse and withdraw. Megaton landing! Hi Ezra, what's up? Hey, pretty cool, huh? Let's face it, I know how to make one heck of an entrance. Whoa. Aren't you supposed to be cleaning up the distortions upstairs? Hmm? Oh, finito, a million years ago. Oh, you're so good at your job. We could use some learning from that sometimes. You guys were taking forever, so I figured I'd take a peek and lend a hand. You're welcome. Split by our thundering descent, the floor's form and shape are now crushed beyond mending, sunken deep enough to be likened to the incipience of a wellspring. Hey, don't you worry your head about it. That's all after teams to take care of. Anyway, that should be all of them, right? There he is, the stranger. The force of your landing neutralized the last of the distortions outside of the building. Great! Can you check on the distorted peeps' faces and clothes? Their faces are all segmented. Makes my skin crawl, not a pleasant sight. As for their attire... this one appeareth to be a sweeper, and that one yonder bears the attire of an ordinary fixer. In this distortion I landed on, probably a local resident, judging by the clothes. Did any of you happen to see anything nearby bursting with a big pop and flash? Nay, not once. Okie dokie. You know what? Then let's all head upstairs. The suppression request is kind of a pain. We'll need to put together a nice, neat plan before we start poking it too hard. A plan, sayest thou? Oh, how? Was this not a mere matter of slaying distortions where they stand? Wait, did nobody brief you? This has oft been the structure of our assignments. We are given instructions, we perform them, and only afterwards do we begin to perceive the nature and contour of the task to which ye have committed our hands. Really? Well, guess every department has its own way of doing things. No big deal. I'll explain everything once we're upstairs. Oh, by the way, you didn't get to meet the whole team last time, did you? Only our new girl. This time, that dude... I mean, Mr. Bamboo had it. Kim's also here, so I can't wait to find out what he looks like and what he sounds like. Well, I mean, I don't get to know what he sounds like, but... Well, I mean, I already do, but you know what I mean. Huh? He's okay now? Sure he is. You'll be surprised once you see just how okay he is now. Please don't tell me he's like... Okay, I mean, I already saw what he looks like from the stupid fucking announcer. But listen, I'm just saying, this guy, Bamboo Has It Kim, I mean, no one really cared in Ruina, but ever since Limbus Company, he is like, I don't know how to describe it, other than to say that he's basically the aura monster of this fandom. People just glaze him to hell and back. Like, he's just this awesome super dude. I just think it'd be really funny if he's like a shitter. Well done. Last time you said he was still under treatment. To be precise, I believe Miss Uyuu stated that his mind is yet to regain its former tranquility. Ah, that? You'll get it once you see him. I feel like we'll just end up having the same conversation twice if I say anything about it now. You have arrived. It's blinding. Okay. Hold on. Hold on a minute. No, that's not the one. How do I make it go away? What is that? UI. I didn't see what's written under there. I mean, okay, calm down, Kim. We see the fit. Both of you. Calm down. The aura he radiates. It's blinding. It's so bright. The midday sun is pouring in like crazy. Yet the warm tickle of the sunbeam is rather agreeable. No, this is not sunlight. Because unlike this, there is more to the sunshine. Come on. Don't make it your line. Don't make it your line. You've already said this. Then what exactly is this light? Why is this thing on again? It's bright enough to fry my eyeballs. Apologies, Lady Ezra. I am yet to be accustomed to this machine. It is my first time laying a hand upon the complicated workings of such a contraption. It activated of its own accord, and I have yet to discover the method by which it may be silenced. That's why I told you to leave it alone. Oh, that's him. What did he sound like again? He was like, wasn't he kind of like sleazy? That's why I told you to leave it alone. Fiddling with things you don't understand usually ends with something, or you broken. Nothing good comes of it, I tell you. But Mentor, Lady Moses has instructed me that in every moment and event, clues are hidden under the veil of one's surroundings and must be examined with care. Yes, and that only works if you're savvy about the knack. Hang on. Did you just say Mentor? Ah. I had not yet been afforded a proper opportunity to introduce him to you. This here is the esteemed leader of our blade lineage, who is all but a master under whom I have apprenticed. Do you really have to dress it up like that? I told you I only took on the role because there wasn't anyone else around to take the job. Switch. Where's the switch? Ah, gotcha. Oh. Is that his fucking coat? Is that it? Hold on. Is that just his coat? Was his coat the only thing, or is that him? There's no fucking way. Why does she look like that? What is going on? I mean, that's him. We saw him in the announcer. But I still feel like I'm being gaslit. You know what I mean? I feel like this is gaslighting. The coat is gonna like come alive or something. What do you mean that's him? Okay, well, he looks like Shinji from Fate. I don't really. I'm not sure what to think about it. Angdu looks different too. She looks like an anime girl now, but more so, I guess. Click. Goodness. Known as Bamboo-Headed Kim. No! 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 Stop it. Stop it! Every bit of aura. Why is there no music? He's too lame for music. Every bit of aura this man has ever farmed. It's draining. It's sleeping. No. Oh. No, that's him. That's him. My chat isn't updating. I see you. If anyone's been saying anything, I see you on the stream element. I don't see you in my chat. Why doesn't it update? Why doesn't it update? Oh, it's because it's top chat. I need to do live chat. Awesome. Now I can see the chat. Sorry, I have not been seeing the chat up until now because OBS is demented. Anyway, yeah, welcome. This is Bamboo-Headed Kim, and that makes me. I'm not sure if it makes me sad or excited, but it's okay. Yeah, that's me. Guess I should say pleased. I almost said cheesed to meet you. Pleased to meet you, folks. Why is he? Oh, why is he like fucking? What is he? Why? There's more reading. Do I not get to play the game? I don't get to play the game. Okay, so more often than not, first impressions are prone to change. Yeah, they fucking changed, all right. They definitely changed. The Bamboo-Headed Kim I remember was a man who drowned in aura, blaming himself for his powerlessness with a listless, heavy voice. That, however, had been while he was distorted and sunken into himself, so I figured his original personality might be somewhat different. I wish, but I mean, maybe it isn't him. Maybe it's a skinwalker. You never know. But this is not just somewhat. His personality isn't even in the same ballpark as my experience. Is it not? Isn't it? Yeah, no. It's certainly unexpected. You're telling me this guy here is Bamboo-Headed Kim. I have to voice Sinclair again. Yeah, we double-checked with Ezra, and she said he really is the same guy. Yeah, no! No, don't make that expression! What is he doing? What is he doing with his face? Okay. Whoa. That fire on your head's not hot at all. Fascinating stuff. No. 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 I refuse to accept this. I don't want it. Where did all the aura go? Where did it go? Can you... Okay, can we check again, just in case? I really can't wrap my head around the fact that this is the sullen, serious man whom we fought. Just look at what he's doing! He's rubbing my face all over like he's checking out some kind of mantelpiece ornament. Oh my god. No, yeah, you know what? When I imagined Bamboo-Headed Kim, I thought he was gonna be like one of the old men, you know, like the kind of 40 to 50-year-old Project Moon old men that he was gonna be all like, I'm gonna claim him. Okay, maybe not that, but you know what I mean. What is he? Why is he this? He's like a stray fucking cat or something. He's just going around. He's bored. I think he has ADHD. I think he... he looks a bit high. Lots of ticking and... What is he doing? Stop it! Stop losing even more aura than you already have. Lots of ticking and talking going on. That's supposed to sound like them talking to you folks? Huh? Why is he... Why is he a ReZero character for real? He is genuinely Aura Monster, except he's like actually Natsuki Subaru. That's scary. Further confirmation would be redundant, Dante. This individual is conclusively identical to the one designated as Bamboo-Headed Kim. I don't know about conclusively. Okay. I've got no idea what you folks are so suspicious about. Hangdio, just what exactly have you been telling people out there about me? They're all staring like they've seen a ghost. She looks really anime now, I have to say. I don't remember her looking this anime before. Oh, my anime fans. Sorry. I need to get off TikTok forever. I told them you are a gallant and formidable warrior, Mentor. He's sad! He's so sad about it. But they don't look like they were the most flattering things about me. There, don't you hear it? That faint undercurrent of disappointment in the ticking. Yeah, I think... I mean, they knew... At least they knew what they were doing, but... It's still... I mean, she looks less bald. She... I guess... I don't know, maybe they have a new strain of finasteride or whatever, minoxidil in the city, and he got his hair. He used to be bald and old. He was bald and old. And so he took it and now he has hair, and she has more hair. I don't know. I could swear she looked bolder before. Am I tripping? Am I losing it? I also told them that you are a man of few words. Clearly not, but with much affection for the followers under your command. Yes, Mentor? That's a complete and utter lie. Man of few words is definitely not something you can say about a guy who's as talkative as me, don't you think? Did I spoke no falsehood? Although your conduct is rather shallow. I mean, she's trying to hype him up so hard. She's trying. Although your conduct is rather shallow and perhaps less refined for a leader of an organization, you are much more reserved and taciturn when conversing with those unfamiliar to you, are you not? He's crying. I think he's sweating, but... No matter who one may be, one is bound to inspire either approval or disapproval from those around him, so I refrained from mentioning any truths that might invite the latter. To even hint at anything that might tarnish the reputation of my master would not be unlike spitting on his name, and mine by extension. So is this what Otis and Dante look like from a from an outsider's point of view? Is this just what it is? Remarkably similar. Oh my, don't make that face, that jump scared me. I simply had no reason to put on airs in front of my own folks, in any case, so you can't see anything if I block the spark, hmm? Do tell, how many fingers am I holding up? He actually has ADHD. Those are not my eyes, you know. Your own folks, huh? Then you have already acknowledged and accepted that you now belong to Limbus Company. Chill. He's not like... I mean, I don't think we have him on a leash, although I feel like he is the type of character that will get drawn on a leash. I'm just gonna say it. Why didst thou not pay a visit to the LCE? Verily, when one's mind is plagued by the absence of tranquility, venturing forth into the open air and touchable field of grass... Okay. Sure, touchable field of grass, cleareth the storm of the heart. An asset of the company is expected to act in the company's interest. Yet, for whatever reason, I didn't see you fighting on the field of battle during Operation Spider-Pyre. You will have to account for your absence in the mission. I mean, you're not even the boss. She thinks she's so, like, awesome and cool, but genuinely she doesn't even have the station to ask this. It really is a battle of pale creature and their singular glazer. Otis addressed Kim as though she were conducting a formal investigation, every word flat and hard. It was obvious she was not about to let her guard down anytime soon. What mission? Oh, that one. Kim finally inclined to assume a more disposition. More serious disposition, sure. He stopped peering into my face and turned toward Otis. Although his hand was still on my head. Alright, clearly there's some disconnect in expectations here. Listen here, you. I'm not really all that about hard, bothersome work, get what I mean? Oh, he's useless too. The real disconnect was between a stoic expression and the words coming out of his mouth. What? So let's talk about the kind of fellow I am. Meet the resident layabout who's forced to do his job, with a frown too, I might add, only when he's got absolutely no other choice. I'm really not some big shot who's apparently been promoting me, ass folks. And I'd very much like to stop getting roped into stuff that keeps putting my life on the line. Oh my god. Fine. Then why did you join the LCD in the first place if you'd rather be unemployed? Oh, never mind. They probably forced you to stay. You get on quick. First, they spout this nonsense about distortions and all, and then Force hired me, calling me a company-owned resource or whatever. The other day, they were again on about what's its name, Golden Bow? Yes, they invited me on a tour to another department to listen in to some important presentation. And I accepted. I thought it would be a fine opportunity to broaden my perspective. Angdu, dear, there are times when your commitment to duties shines brighter than the sun. I find that attitude so dazzling that I have to squint when I'm looking at you. Who knows? Maybe that's why I'm wearing this bamboo hat. To shade my eyes from your utter brilliant dude. Don't be mean to her. Do you mean to say that you are in need of a shield to protect your eyes? Lady Ezra, might I submit a request? Stop it! For a pair of sunglasses for my mentor. Only if it's not too much of an imposition on the budget, that is. That right there, that's what I keep telling you not to do. You can't just say yes to every silly thing he says and turn it into a supply request. Small expenses add up to a lot, you know? You gotta save up everything you can in the piggy bank while you still can. or you'll end up a broke. Is there truly no room for reconsideration? No means no. Then pray make the purchase for me. I shall cover the cost myself. Why is she like this? Why are they like this? I don't like the blade lineage anymore. Okay, wait, what? My poor mentor is in a state of great discomfort. Yet I possess neither the wisdom nor the knowledge to navigate the silver tongue of merchants and the maze of stalls to locate the very best item. So I must beg this favor of you. Uyuu, come on, you can do better than this. You're giving me a freaking headache, girl. I'm aware that you and yours are no strangers to such dealings. There is no one else I can trust to complete such a procurement with the swiftness of the wind. You know what, never mind what I said. I'll just get you what you want. You heard the gentle lady, mentor. Your suffering shall soon be alleviated. Oh, they're... This is a disaster on every front. Right. My apologies for interrupting you mid-conversation. Pray continue. Why is she making that face? This is scary. I'm scared. You had reached the part where they invited you to tour another department. No sooner Angdu's words left her lips than her eyes glinted with something I couldn't really put my finger on, but it was a strange intensity that sent a chill down my spine. Yeah. So that day I was just gonna relax here and watch some TV. Well, good on you for showing up to work today, I guess. Let's say there's a debt to be repaid. Please do understand that we are indeed indebted to the company. Yeah, I suppose I do. Kim's gaze lingered on Angdu's prosthetic arms as he answered. Oh, Miss Angdu, your arms. Only after following Kim's gaze did Sinclair seem to notice Angdu's brand new prosthetic arms. The last time we saw her, Angdu had lost both her arms, and I remember Ezra asking her to sit tight and choose what type of prosthesis she wanted. Those arms are probably it. It's not just the arms, even their clothes are different now, and that sword... Oh, nice hand! Awesome. I had these arms fitted in you as soon as the operation was concluded. The gracious hosts in one of the LCD's teams had prepared them in advance. With evident satisfaction, Angdu held up her dark metallic wrists as if to showcase them. The components fixed along her arm clicked and rattled, unfolding for a moment before neatly folding back into place. Oh, such a graceful smoothness, wed to machine articulation. 'Tis as though I am beholding the marvelous prostheses of the illustrious Siegfried himself. Of all the things right now, I really don't want to think about Siegfried. I blissfully forgot that he existed. Really rubbing salt into my wounds at this moment. Yep, the showcase would have gone lackluster without that trademark reaction. Those are strikingly similar to Schwarz Industries' N7 lineup, but I thought that model was discontinued. Nah, not theirs. It's one of the prototypes developed by LCD's Phenomena deciphering team, and they put him on her for trial. Doubt you'll find another like them. They're based on technology spun from distortions. Oh, what did he say? Oh, I see. Lame ass. For a brief moment, Sinclair's eyes lit up as if he had glimpsed something that brought him back to a memory. Then just as quickly he fell silent. Whatever he wanted to say next, catching in his chest. Oh, he's thinking about his dead family. Well, I'm sorry. Does something trouble you, Master Sinclair? Oh, she still has her bolt sprite on her placard. It wasn't hard to understand what struck the tender memory for Sinclair, and why it cast a shadow over his face. But... sorry, just reminded me of something from a long time ago. My dad used to work with prosthetics before he passed away. I thought this was the exact same model I saw back then. It appears I lacked tact. No, it's okay. You're not responsible for his dead family. These arms have stirred a painful memory within you. For that I apologize. Don't tear them off. It's alright. I'm fine now. Sinclair's voice still carried a faint tremor, but beneath it there was a firmness that had not been there before. He really had grown a great deal. You can thank yours truly for picking the sword. I was there with her. I did inform Lady Ezra that any blade that could serve as a weapon would suffice, but she insisted on browsing the goods. I dare say I was given the opportunity to lay my eyes on every type of sword I could ever hope to see in this life, walking through the workshop street that day. Oh, please, girl. We'd walked for just 4 hours. That's nothing. Stop doing it. Stop doing that. While everyone was distracted, taking in Angdu's new outfit and equipment, Kim had quietly slipped away from the crowd and crouched down in a corner. Okay. He was rummaging through things scattered on the floor, picking them up. Oh, he's a hobo! He's a fucking hobo! Anyway, what is this place supposed to be? What are all these things? It's basically a wreck now, but there are strobes in that cloth backdrop over there. Maybe it used to be a photo studio. Oh, that could explain why there are so many photos stuck around the place. Yeah, that would be pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. Probably? This thing definitely looks like a camera, at least. What am I doing for his voice anymore? I feel like I'm... Well, okay, I'm changing their voices like every 5 seconds. It's just what it is. Sinclair picked up a small cylindrical object and turned it over in his hands, studying it with curiosity. What do you suppose this is? A battery, maybe? Ah, there's some kind of strip inside. Let me just pull it out. No, that's... Otis shouted a sharp warning at Sinclair as if she had... Excuse me. As if she had realized something. But Merceau's hand shot out before she could even finish, clasping over Sinclair's wrist before the strip could be pulled out. What did I do? Exposure to sunlight damages these objects. I already pulled a little bit out, though. It can be rewound. Carefully rotate the ridged section on the cylinder. I'm currently blocking the sunlight from reaching the exposed section. Damage is of no concern. Oh. Okay, you mean this one, right? This is the part that rotates? Yep, it went back in. With a quiet nod, Merceau took the object from Sinclair's hand. It seems to be a film roll. There is something written on the outside. Experiment number 4? It appears to be a compact roll for a film camera. You seem to have handled one before. Yes. Very insightful. Thank you, Merceau. Merceau's answer came without any further explanation, but the way he adjusted the camera on the table certainly didn't look like that of a first-timer. I once received a report containing photographs taken on film cameras during the war. Film rolls used by N-Corp are particularly difficult to falsify. They were often used to collect intelligence during secret operations. The film fixes light directly onto the medium, from what I've heard. Peculiar expression flashed across Ezra's face as she regarded Otis. Perhaps it was the mention of war that caught her attention. Anyway, we've managed to regroup in one piece. Let's come up... excuse me again. Let's come up with a plan to deal with these distortions, guys. Where should we begin? Then, in the next breath, she returned to her usual bubbly self and steered the conversation away from the subject. Both Ezra and I, we are both still trying to be free of the misconception we inflicted on ourselves. For all her unfailingly perky disposition, Ezra too may be carrying traumatic memories every bit as devastating as Gregor's. Oh, her mouth is a bit crooked. Does there yet remain aught deserving illumination? Huh? Yeah, wait, you're right. Haven't we cleaned up the distortion already? I couldn't feel any more traces of distortions nearby, and it didn't seem like any of the other Sinner teams elsewhere were actively engaged in battle at the moment either. I've been reading for 50 minutes. I want to play the game. Bring them. Please, bring the distortions, please. Dante is asking whether the distortion suppression has not, in fact, already been concluded. Oh, not yet. These people we fought just now, they only got caught up in the distortion. They didn't actually distort themselves. We haven't even gotten close to the distortion's inflection point yet. Inflection point? Anywho, finding an inflection point without the team leader around is gonna take some time. Maybe it won't be too bad with your help. Ezra swept her eyes around the room with a look of frustration, as though she had just been handed a puzzle box with half the pieces mixed. My throat is getting parched and I can no longer read. By inflection point, are you referring to the point on a graph in which the directionality of its curvature changes? Calling to mind the present context, it may less be a mathematical term and more a specialized polyseme referring to the point at which distortion occurs, the motive, intent, or indeed, the point in which inflection of the mind occurs. Yep, that's about it, right? That's about it. That's about right. That's the kind of inflection point I was talking about. So in our department, we use that term to mean the source of a distortion, the inflector or cause behind it, stuff like that. You know, distortion's hard to treat if you don't know the core cause. Treat the symptoms you see on the surface all you like, but if you never find the root cause, the distortion's never getting solved. Though I guess you guys never really had to look for that kind of stuff, huh? Your boss clock opens a door into their phantoms or whatever, right? You mean Dungeon of the Phantoms? Yep, that's the one. From where we're standing, distortions are really high maintenance, time-consuming headaches. It's one thing to somehow manage to locate the inflection point, but curing it is another thing. But you guys can just march straight into someone's heart, knock the snot out of everything in there, and then ta-da! Patient ready for discharge. That's how it works, right? Not gonna lie, I was so jealous when I heard about it. I almost bit my sleeve off. Verily, I had thought your team would be set about resolving distortions once the foe was vanquished, as we are wont to do. Was that not so? Of course not. Why would anyone come to us with a distortion suppression request if it were that simple in the first place? But yeah, most of the time, peeps try to brute force approaches to it first, and when things go south, they send requests to the company or to our detective's office. That means the client this time must have been... bingo. Apparently the residents of Butter Street had all chipped in to commission all kinds of agencies like the Zwei and the Combat Specialized Fixer offices, but none of them could actually do things right, and the job got passed on to us. Meaning, the distortion phenomenon related to this kind of photograph is still occurring unchecked somewhere on the streets. Exactly. That's why we gotta find something, anything that might count as a clue. Ezra gazed down at the people lying on the floor with a complicated expression, neat ash grey suits and the logo on the collar of their uniform and briefcases. Hey, isn't that N-Corp's logo? Come to think of it, wasn't Merceau... he was once employed by N-Corp. There you go. What? You used to work with these people? Yeah, he did mention that he used to work at N-Corp. Maybe he can offer us some insight. Do you know who these guys are, Merceau? Yes, manager. He's deeper now. These are N-Corp Class 2 staff members. Given the camera briefcases in their possession, they are likely members of the pinframe team of Service de Clue. A Servi? I guess? Merceau recited the information as though he were pulling it from a file he had already sorted and placed in the back of the shelf in his mind. Okay, pinframe team, huh? Anything you can tell us about them? Yes. It is one of N-Corp's many field departments related to information gathering and processing. Their primary duties include handling of N-Corp's internal information, analysis of N-Corp's internal intelligence, and then sorting and arranging of N-Corp's internal information and intersector... That'd be enough. Whoa, is he a talking encyclopedia or something? Yeah, another thing to be jealous of. You think it'll be okay if we borrow him sometimes? No, he's my only good team member. You can't have him. Might be an issue for us if he just went and borrowed our team's encyclopedia. Looks like everyone agrees that he's an encyclopedia. Anyway, your encyclopedia's right. They're from N-Corp's pinframe team. Seen them a few times before in N-Corp's nest. But why would people already busy enough dealing with nest affairs come all the way out to a shabby backstreet like this? Got any guesses? I am unable to determine that. Sorry, wait. I am unable to fulfill that request. Eh? The possible range of connection between the two pieces of information is exceedingly broad. Listing every relevant reason as to why they may have come here would require a considerable amount of time. Therefore, I will not present a determinative answer to that question. Ezra, staring holes into me with an unspoken, "Is this dude always like this?" Wouldn't pull any answers from me. You know? Because aside from combat situations, I've still got no way to figure out what's going on in his head. Okay then. Merceau, maybe this will be easier to answer from an objective point of view. And that was when I noticed something I'd never imagined would happen. Merceau's eyes widened, his gaze fixing me with such force that I could almost feel the faint tremor in it. What is going on? What is he doing? A leveling stare that came with... Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed. There is no such thing as an objective point of view, manager. A clipped tone and a look almost bordering on rebuke. A given judgment may seem infinitely close to objectivity, but ultimately, all things are subjective, without exception. I fell silent for a moment, lost in thought. Part of it was because Merceau's reaction had caught me off guard, but I also wondered whether this response might be connected to why he would always refuse to make judgments for himself. And if this has something to do with his turn, which I know is just around the corner. Got it. Then tell me 3 subjective reasons you think are most... Fucking stop prompting him like he's ChatGPT! These people had to come all the way into the back street. Merceau GPT, generate 3 feasible subjective reasons as to why these people are lying on the ground right now. And compare them and rank them. And put them on a tier list. I need to understand who he actually is as much as I can, because I'll never know when I'll get another chance to really get to know him if I brush this off with a simple, oh, I see, my bad, as usual. Yes, manager. I would presume that their mission was one or all of the following. Retrieval of a video recording or recordings in violation of in-corpse taboo, prompt elimination of the violator, contact with an informant in the backstreets collaborating with in-corpse nest, or identification and arrest of a wanted individual or individuals designated by the nest. Taboo? You mean these people could be taboo hunters? Nah, no way. They don't send out taboo hunters for every single violation, you know. Like, Wings usually leave minor taboo violations to be handled by subcontracted fixer officers or employees of the department in charge. I'd say these guys here are in-corp staff. Miss Sangdu, what are you looking for in their pockets? I am looking through their belongings, for enlightening clues yet to be hidden in the sleeve or the fold of their garments. Lady Moses has been gifted with the art of discerning the truth from what lies before her with but a single glance, yet my eyes are foreign to such a feat. Let me take a look too. This is an employee card, and okay, this one's a wallet, so let's put that back. We don't want to be robbers. Yeah, I think Kim might have a word about that. Ah, this might be it. It's an order missive. Ezra pulled a sheet of paper out from an in-corp staff coat and read its contents aloud. Work details. Elimination of the individual of a Category 3 taboo violation. Address Butter Street. This is the place. Which means all of this might be pointing to something. Whoever used to work in the studio and the distortion phenomenon might be connected. Yeah, now that you mention it, when that whole pop and change thing happened, it did kind of feel like a camera flash. Alright, let's start by combing through this place. Let me know if you find anything suspicious. Oh, at long last, had the hour arrived for my debut as a detective, forsooth. Don Quixote must have been miffed for not getting to play detective back in T-Corp. No idea where she'd been keeping them, but she immediately pulled out the detective props that had been given to Roger Yoshu and Hong Lu back then. Verily, I had foreseen that the day would come. Fortunately, Otis wasted no time putting an end to Don Quixote's badly timed shenanigan. A sharp dressing down from her was enough to make our dejected, chivalric adventurers stuff the costume away. Okay then, we should get moving too. Oh, okay, that was an hour of reading. Thank you, Limbus Company. Welcome back to Canto 3. Do I get to play the game? Yes! Yes, I get to play the game now. Fixed member. Fixed member. Okay. Let's see. Do I do. Okay. I guess that's what we're doing. Probably. Okay, probably not him. Yeah, let's just do that, I guess. Do you have... Oh, you do. Where is that? This, but it's level 9. So I don't think we're... Yeah. We'll just have to compromise. Whatever, man. Pick the Blade Lineage ones. Give me more points, I suppose. What can you do? Nothing in particular that would help me. No, that's too many of them. Alright. Fair enough. I really have to bring them all. Aye, whatever. I have the tickets, it's okay. Do I really want to level this one up, though? Do I really want to do that? Whatever. Whatever. There you go. That will have to do. Leave a little bit on it. I don't think we have green. So unfortunately we have to take that off. Wow, all of my envy ego are just not tied. They're just not. It's okay. Hold on. Yeah, it's not really. I guess we can do that. What about you? Vital Elegy. Let's take Maggot. Yeah, sure. Sinclair Ego famously just isn't... Not many good ones, I suppose. We should put it that way. And I'll uptie this. There you go. Wonderful. Now we can play video game. Yeah. Level 59 is okay, I think. No, there's more reading. We spent a long while rifling through the photo studio with the LCD team, but no one found any decisive evidence. There sure is a lot of text around, but almost all of them are just pictures of buildings. Nothing much to tell from that. I mean, reading is fine, but I do have to read it out, which makes it slightly torturous. Aside from the canister containing the film rolls Sinclair picked up, there are no remaining items here that can count as a proper clue, Executive Manager. I've confirmed that the rest are all empty plastic containers. And it's probably best to check the contents of the film roll directly. Yes, Executive Manager. I will find a way to develop the film. Did you guys find any sort of photo development room or equipment nearby? Let's search a little more before we see what's in that film roll. Ugh. Mentor, what do you make of this object? Well, he's on my screen again. For the 8th time, Mangdu, I have no idea. Stop making that face. If I had the wits bright enough to understand all that lies before me with a single glance like that team leader, I would have passed the royal examinations long ago and secured myself a lucrative position as a court official. But Mentor, hadn't you already passed the royal... Once swung, a sword does not retrace its arc, Angdu. So it is with life. There is no undoing what has already been cut. Thus, it is unnecessary to dwell on what can no longer be undone. There is no after for what has been slashed away. Not for you, Mentor. Ought you not dwell on what can no longer be undone? Scary. I misspoke. I did not mean it that way, Angdu. I merely meant to say that I do not wish to recall my past. I am aware. You have told me as much since long ago. Whenever you were placed in a position to trace the past, mostly at the eateries where you filled your belly on unpaid tabs, and each time you brought down the stone wall before our house by your own erring hand. Those are exactly the kinds of things you should never forget. Ow. Oh, my belly. I feel a stabbing pain in my belly. Oh, the very wound you once gave me afflicts me yet. What is he doing? What is he doing? He's still getting worse. The one from when you thought you were only poking me with a scabbard, yet by some cruel turn it was your sword that ran me through. Mentor, you said it was completely healed, and that I need not concern myself with it. Those very same words have been repeated at least 80 times. But it still aches every now and then. Chiefly when I hear your sharp, cutting words that I really don't want to hear. Is that so? Angdu suddenly pulled out a sheet of paper and began furiously writing something down. What's this? I have written down the words that I have just said. If hearing my sharp, cutting words afflicts you so, perhaps reading them instead would cause no suffering. Kim's face began to contort like a wet dish towel being wrung dry. I really can't believe this is the same mentor Angdu follows so devotedly. Where's all that dignity and forbearance Angdu said he had? Young Angdu, there is a matter I would ask thee. Apparently, I wasn't the only one who felt that way about him. I need to drink water. It's time to drink water. Hold on, I need to pour more water. Give me a second. Pray, speak freely. This may perhaps be a discourteous inquiry, but I too, when speaking to the others of those whom I serve, often ornament my words with a laudation of an acceptable degree, and yet... I understand your concern, Lady Don Quixote. Lady Don Quixote, that's a bit... it's a bit redundant. I suppose this is your first time seeing Mentor with his shoulders so unbraced and his bearing so loose. In truth, when I first beheld him, I also wondered whether such a man could truly be a leader worth placing my faith in. However, upon my honor, I assure you that I have never once uttered a falsehood when I spoke of him to you. My respect toward the blades of my own and foes alike, my determination to safeguard what must be protected, even should my arms be torn apart, all of these are, undoubtedly, the teachings that my mentor has imparted onto me. Truly? Why, if fortune should grant the opportunity, you may witness Mentor's true self yourselves someday. That is to say, if we let ourselves be carried by the currents of the river to arrive at such a chance. Angdu gave her prosthetic arm a casual sweep, smiling sincerely as though she truly believed every word she said. Then, leaning closer to Don Quixote, she whispered, Besides, unless I speak with this feigned, stern ignorance, there will be no end to his digging in his heels. I would ask for your trust, for all is aimed at his benefit. What is going on between them? What is going on between these two? It's bizarre. Forsooth, thou too hast been burdened with the trials of serving your superior. So that's what it was. I get it now. Oh, it's the Blowjob Brothers. Hello. Just as I witnessed the budding of this peculiar bond of commiseration and camaraderie between our chivalric friends, the door leading outside was flung open with a loud slam. We have arrived at the target location. It appears that the advance party has already been defeated. Sure, that's what they sound like. And they're gonna sound exactly the same because they look the same. Sure. Wait, who are these people? 7 minutes. Didn't they say there was only a single violator? Oh, crap. Looks like it's too late to talk our way out of this. Whatever excuses we come up with. Oh boy. This is not gonna go well. Same thing happened last time when I saw the N-Corp employees. I thought we had the wrong intel, and all of a sudden... Oh! A sudden flash blinded my vision white. It really did. Thank you, Limbus Company. Oh, my eyes. As though I had stared straight into a burst of searing light, so intense and bright that it made my head swim. Yeah, there was this same pop, and with my vision blinded, the only thing I could make out was Ezra's soft murmur, until even that came to a stop as her breathing hushed. Oh. Welcome to the dimension. Hi. Well, I'm just gonna give me 10 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, let me put my earphones back in, and I am back. Welcome to the blue dimension. We are blue. It didn't take long for me to realize what was happening. Seeing it again doesn't exactly warm the heart, wouldn't you say, young Doe? This is the blue ogre dimension. We're going to be fighting Uyuu. Why are my eyes closed? Seeing it again doesn't exactly... Yeah, that's already what I said. Though S-Corp may indeed be passing through hard times, this alley was not quite so wretched in form, was it, Mentor? Is that right? Looks much the same to me. Huh, this place. Did we just get teleported to S-Corp? No, Dante. Though it generates a considerable sense of verisimilitude, that means it looks like it's real. This is... I think I know what this is. This is a presence. I haven't been able to detect it until just now, but somehow it was now surrounding us, saturating every corner of the space where we stood. The dreary stone walls, trees bent and coiled in grotesque forms, the sheen of the light, and even the air we breathe, all of them point toward a single phenomenon. This is the depth of the phantoms. Phantoms made entirely out of distortion. There are completely different distortions where the N-Corp employees were just a moment ago. Executive Manager, This is exactly it! This is what I was trying to explain. What the fuck is that? What is that? I was joking. I was joking about Uyuu. Why is it? Why? I'm sorry. It's so funny. Oh, but it is. It is. It kind of is, though. Oh. I don't know, they look kind of funny to me. It's the Chinook-kun. Oh, those are eyes, okay. I mean, they're cool. They're very uniquely... They're unique. They are uniquely constituted, but... I don't know, that's something about the face... No, this one too. Oh my god, I know what it is. It's fucking... Oh, only annoying orange. He's gonna be like, hey clock. Where Ezra pointed, the people in smart, neat suits had vanished, and in their place, figures clad in blood-stained dopo robes were approaching us with dragging, uneasy steps. Right, let's fight first and talk later. Ready, young Doe? My blade is poised to strike, Lady Ezra. And wait, where's the bamboo-hatted dude? I am afraid he has already taken his leave. He said he had no desire to cross blades with the Chinook-kuns of S-Corp twice. Come on, man, not again. Oh my god, he's such a bum. He's genuinely a bum. He's a repeat offender, that's for certain. Yeah. I guess it kind of looks like the witches, yeah, a little bit. Executive Manager, Whatever Kim's gone off to, this definitely isn't the time to be asking trivial questions. Right. Let's do what Ezra says and get ready to battle. On your orders, Executive Manager. Men, prepare for battle. Finally, I get to play the video game. It's been 10,000 years. Okay, so we have the entire squad here. Hi. There's Angdo. Is it too loud? It feels louder than it was before. I'm just gonna make it a bit less loud. Okay, there's Angdo. She is just a poise unit, by the looks of it. She can claim bones. Mook Workshop. Oh. That's like from... Oh my god. Guys, it's the... Loland. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna stop that now. Wait. Okay. Alice Workshop. I don't know that. I'm sorry. Crew Atelier. That's kind of funny. I mean, whatever. Right. Yuria. I was hoping that maybe her arms would be from there, but I'm actually kind of a Leviathan, or sorry, Leviathan. Distortion Detective LARPer. I don't even know if she's still alive. Okay, what do these guys do? Oh my god, I forgot he's from the Index. Okay, that's fine. Gain 2 bleed for every stack. Gain bleed count. Okay. Lose 1 stack. Critical hits. Right. Yeah, it seems simple enough. Hit splitting memory? Sure. There's text. Dark Souls. Elden Ring. Okay. Wait. No. Oh, he's speed 4 though. He can't even... You... Come on. Struggling, of course he is. He is a old unit. I'm afraid that he might struggle more so than some of the others. There you go. I'm going to P plus enter next turn. I just really needed to, like, be able to play the video game after an hour of reading. Do you understand how much pain that is? I mean, it's really only pain for my throat, because, you know, I have to read it aloud. Okay. No. Yes. Very good. The middle stays on top, as always. And friends. The middle and friends, of course. Oh, is this a remix of Bamboo Head Kim, like, distortion theme? I just heard the vocals. That's kind of funny. Hana. Okay, can you... he doesn't even have... Hold on. Isn't he supposed to... Whatever. No karmic consequence for me. Can you actually... Yes, you can actually clash this time. That's nice. Alright, let's purple it up. I'm still dragging skills for no discernible reason. What? No, yeah. Just why not? You could, I guess you can get 3 Angdus in this fight. That's kind of funny too. Just 3 of them. Go get him, my new Otis. There you go. She's so cool. I don't even know why she did that. I didn't read her skills. But she unwrapped the layer, that's all I know. I mean, I'm a Limbus player. Of course I don't read what the skills do. Get him. Ah, thank you. I needed the whole... I needed the... What is it? Was it Chinese or Japanese? It was kanji, I can't tell. But it's always a treat to get the full phrase for me to read. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. This is not exactly wise. No. No. We're not doing that. As much as I would love to, I'm not sending that one. Who do you... Yeah, here. Okay. Should be good. Oh yeah, I can kill Ishmael. That's the way, kiddo. I can kill Ishmael, I forgot. If she loses a clash, I can just murder her. And I think it cancels skills as well. We'll have to test that, maybe, but... Potentially it can be used to cancel, like, a big attack. So that's awesome. Alright, this week... What do you mean? I guess you can just ignore the counter, that's true. Alright, send it. I'm playing Limbus Company after all. What? I like the new translations, yes, they're quite nice. It's good to know what the characters are saying. On the other hand, I am also forced to read her lines now. Which maybe is not that good for my mental health. Alright, someone take care of this. I'm sure you can manage. What are you doing? Where's your target? Clash with the target. I'm not really looking to optimize my turns here because I don't care enough for this fight. As long as they die, it's good enough for me. Oh wow. And that's exactly why I so desperately wanted to bring the Blade lineage along for this. That's exactly why I wanted to bring them. For that beautiful 29 fucking damage. But then again, he's not doing that much better. Are they blunt resist? No, they're not. No! Whatever will I do? I got claimed. I didn't even do that on purpose. But cool. Okay, and I think that's the end. Yeah, that's about to be the end of them. Honestly. Do whatever. It's still so funny seeing that amount of coins. That's crazy that they genuinely did that. Alright, go get him. There we go. And it's over. Awesome. That should be all of them. Surveying the area with measured alert, Angdu cast the blood from her sword with a few sharp flicks before sliding it back to its sheath. Huh? They're not changing back. Doesn't look like beating up the distorted ones reverts them immediately this time around. Perhaps a fortunate turn of events, in a way. Let us search for clues while time allows us. Right. You take that side, Angdo. I'll search here. I seem to have given up on any kind of voice acting. Ezra and Angdu moved as though they were used to this kind of situation, without even taking a moment to catch their breath after the battle. They began searching the space. Pretty! What? Don Quixote was the first one to voice her doubt in the surreal, unfamiliar situation we found ourselves in. We battled distortions upon our arrival hither, yet never before have I beheld our surroundings change with so sudden a flash. Prithee, I cannot make sense of this situation. Couldst thou consider a detailed account of this distortion phenomenon? Apologies. It would appear I overlooked the briefing due to the urgency of this predicament. This is, according to the definition presented by Lady Moses, a location-type distortion. It's basically when a whole space distorts, and since places and buildings can't move on their own, the distortion gets fixed to a certain space. How does that work? How does a space distort? How does a space manifest ego? How does a house manifest ego or distort? As for this one, it looks like the distortion's already progressed pretty far along. Middle stage, probably. They don't usually get this big, but this one here is covering almost an entire street. Then those people... They entered this space and got caught up in it. And our job right now is to get to the bottom of the phenomenon. What exactly gets people caught up, and what happens to them once they're in. I assume it's the white flash. Of course, we can't really rule out the possibility of a powerful distortion that's encroaching upon its environment. Oh, by that I mean when a distortion bleeds into the space around it and warps it. Oh man, I'm actually talking like our team leader. Rubbed off on me, I guess. Ezra continued with a sheepish giggle. You think they used sheep for a reason? In any case, we won't be able to suppress or cure the distortion even if we whoop these guys' asses 100 times. We need more clues to help us locate the inflection point. Maybe we should examine these people over here, too. With a call, Ezra directed our attention to rows of collapsed people all around, all of them clad in dopo robes. And these are... The glyph emblazoned upon their headbands, Chu, bespeaks propulsion and pursuit. It marks them as Chinookans, functionaries charged with scouring and hunting runaway nobbies. I don't know what that is. You hail from the homeland as we do. I am unsurprised that you know of them. I could hardly fail to know, for I too was once enumerated among their quarry. Scientists and technicians were daily being dispossessed of their stations in Escorp, after all. So it was no idle tale. Scientists who ply their craft without fattening Escorp's coffers are seized forthwith and made nobbies of the corporation. Indeed. I count myself fortunate to have absconded with my friends before the brand of nobby could be impressed upon us. Otherwise... Nobby. The wretched appellation conferred upon the people for the convenience of those in power. A vile practice and an excuse of their power-mongering, nothing more. The so-called taboo hunters of Escorp operate by much the same anatomy. Does the breaching of taboo summon the hunter, or does the hunter first seize his prey, to thereafter frame the captured with invented transgression? If the powerful so desire to chase a man down, to take possession of his very being and keep him caged, then they need only decree that he should bear the lot of a nobby. Such is what Escorp has become today. My mentor, too, is one of the victims of that accursed practice. Then couldn't these people have been sent out to capture your mentor or Yi Sang? Or me, perhaps. Or none of us. You mean to state that they may be conceptual forms of Chinookans generated by distortion? That is plausible conjecture. We are getting nowhere with this clue hunting. With a heavy sigh, Otis pressed her fingers against her brow as if her head were starting to pound in frustration. To delve further into the matter, it is necessary to determine why the Escorp and its Chinookans have appeared as the motif of this phenomenon. Considering the course of events we have seen so far, would it not stand to reason that the distortion stains only by things with memories most foul? presence of Chinokun suggests a possible correspondence to Yisang's memories. Conversely, however, the absence of T-Corp's time collectors weakens that hypothesis. In which case, the most plausible theory is that this peculiar distortion could have stemmed from Bamboo-Headed Kim or Angdu's memories. Angdu furrowed her brow and fell into thought, as though she couldn't grasp the full picture of the problem. I've seen a few distortions that show trauma or affect their surroundings, but this one? I'm not getting any of that pop of inspiration. Can't even guess at what this distortion wants either. Ow. My eyes. The white flash suddenly drowned my vision again as Ezra clutched her head and cried out with annoyance. Ugh. If only the team leader was here, cracking this would have been a piece of cake. It's a very good sprite. And we're back. So this is why you kept asking whether we'd seen anything bursting with a pop. The Incomp employees must have it rough too, getting dragged into the distortion like this. I mean, what else were we supposed to do? It was self-defense. They were about to attack us. I suppose finding the root cause and taking care of it will be the fastest way forward. Let's just do what we can for now. Okay, first we need to develop the film we found here. We'll head to the nearest dark room and... Nah, actually, let's first drag that slippery hat-wearing colt back here and get him talking about the Chinokuns. That's probably our best bet. Every time we take a job, that slacker just slips off without telling anyone. As one part of me watched Ezra stamp her feet in frustration, I was also carefully following Heathcliff's team through the other part of my vision. Oh, I think I can help with that. Have you located him? Huh? What? Boss Clock found something? Yep, I found where Bamboo-Headed Kim is right now. Oh god, I wonder if he's gonna get along with Heathcliff. That's scary. That's a scary combination. Okay, figures. Yeah, all of that figures, I suppose. 130 Lonase into my pocket. Yes. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that mean there's 15? Anyway, let's battle. Oh, I can use all of them. Perfect. Okay. Well, really the only thing that means is this. Hold on, let me see. This. Probably not Merceau. Yeah. Is there any, like, good Envy characters? Other than, I guess, W Corp in the multi-crack office? Not entirely my style. I guess I can... Yeah, there's nothing really useful here, is there? Alright, fine, we'll just use her. A little envy, just a little bit of it.
잠깐, 이번 임무는 내가 나갈게. 괜찮지?
I suppose, I mean, they're purple, so it's allowable. We have purple team. Meanwhile, Heathcliff's team. No, wait, I don't really feel like doing. I don't know if I can do a British accent. Oh, bloody hell. What's up with these gits? No, I can't. They're showing up out of nowhere. How should I know? But judging by their get-up, they seem like escort fellas. And things were going so well. We could have talked it out with those fedora guys who were rummaging around the place earlier, you know? But no, you just had to go barking at them first. Would have saved us a whole lot of trouble if you hadn't, right? Oh, so it's my fault. Those bastards looked like they were nicking stuff. This is our contract area, ain't it? If they walked off with something important, we'd be the ones catching hell. Listen, bud. Not everyone's itching to swipe air coupons into their pockets the second they get the chance. Oh, for how many bloody months are you like gonna milk that? I suppose until we have a third rematch. Excuse me? What, you got a problem too, mate? Not at all. Just wondering whether that gentleman over there is also one of our enemies. Hmm? Is that the end of your troupe performance? Shame, I was really enjoying watching you folks dance. Might have mistaken this place for the Peach Blossom Land of Legends had there been a cup of fine makgeoli, rice wine, to go with it. Yeah, that's an enemy, alright. He has a name tag, though. I think it says, LCD. LCD or whatever, who gives a toss? Am I supposed to put up with every bastard having a dig at me? Oh dear. Such bold swings. Didn't know there was an encore to that performance. You slippery little rat. Well, I do find this amusing enough, but if you intend to play with me, you ought to be more aware of your surroundings. Okay, they're not getting along well. Hey, behind you, there's... Oh. Wow, he took out all those dopo-wearing people with just a single strike. I'd say that about covers the price of admittance for your troop circus, wouldn't you? Well, then, I leave the rest to you, folks. Wandering blades and Murim tales never linger on the stage for too long, after all. Oi! Where the hell do you think you're going? Ah, damn it. He really is just a shitter. Okay. Let me look at the background. What is that? Looks like the Time Ripper. Oh. It really does look kind of like a Madoka Magical Labyrinth or something. It's very cool. Who is this? Are you one of my allied units? Alright, clearly that's not going well. Yeah, probably not without... Ah, she'll do just fine. Well, it's a little bit better than late Lineage Faust. Right. Doing well. Go get him, Cliff. Yeah, she can win. She's fine. Nobody here is struggling. That's a lie. Okay. Yeah, this is very P+ enterable, I have to say. Never mind. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine, everything's under control. Maybe not everything. But most things are. Right. Okay, that should be some vengeance marks. No, I'm not gonna start killing people now. Let's see. You. You do this. You do this. Okay. There you go. We need to do some middling. Where's the target? I don't see it. Am I blind? No, there. Yeah, I am blind, yeah. Okay, great. I just kill this guy. Okay. Awesome. I like how she just bounces off the edge of the screen. That's kind of funny. They really don't stand much of a chance, do they? Bleed is like the only thing that's threatening here, but it should be fine. Hello, good day. I am playing Limbus. Ah! What's going on? Okay, we're in hell. Well, that... Okay, no, sure. That was surprising. Right. Where's the flower? There it is. Let's see what you lot can do here. Probably, I mean, it's probably not going to be much harder, but... Here and here. That did take me by surprise, I do have to say. Alright. I should be able to probably end it with a Furio so soon again. Really is just the end of the line when that occurs. There you go. We're gonna ignore that one. That one did not happen. What is she up to? Okay, some sort of a hype moments in aura. I should actually read what she does, probably. But you know, maybe later. I've already done so much reading today. Alright, yeah. Kill this guy. Kill them all. Close enough. Okay. So far, so good. Yet again. But that's because the middle always stays on top. The middle and friends. Yet again. Owie. Get him. Get him, Heathcliff. Alright. What is happening? What is that? What is going on with you? Why are you a picture? When using a skill of identical rank to the skill photographed, clash power -5? What? Spend skills and ego skills are counted separately and wrap 330 times. Okay, expires it. So I shouldn't use a skill 1? Is that what got photographed? I would assume. Okay. Well, in that case, there shouldn't be much of a problem anyway. Eh. Okay, how much damage can he possibly do? Yeah, that's body sack. Hold on. Yeah, it's honestly probably better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there's not gonna be much left for you to do. I don't know, just slot this in for the fun of it. There you go. Send it. Alright, that's this guy. Potentially some other guy as well? No. Okay. Alright. All is well. Bye-bye. It's kind of weird that they don't have line. I mean, I get why not, because it's the Malkuth summons. But it is a bit odd just to have ego without any. Ah! Alright, well here's. Yeah, it's over. Bye bye. We don't even need it. Like, they're definitely not surviving until then, are they? Unless everyone attacked the one above. In which case, I guess we can see it. No. We don't get the... Oh, we get 1 coin of it. 2 coins of it? No, 1 coin of it. Okay. Alas. Yeah. So let me get this straight. Dude was just here. What? Dude was here just a minute ago, and now nobody knows where he wandered off to. Yeah. Bloke just turned up out of nowhere, flapped his gums, then did a runner before anyone could grab him. Ezra let out a long, listless sigh, as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining about Kim. It's really quite unfortunate. Lady Ezra, I cannot say your frustration is misplaced. Yet I trust you are also aware that, more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design. I don't know, man. He has never left his post without a purpose so far. No, I get it, okay? But come on, would it kill him to give us a heads up before he goes zooming off on his own again? It's not like we'd stop him. What are we gonna do? Tie him up? Lock him up in a closet? We don't do that in our team, right? Remember last time? We all thought he was being a good patient and sleeping it off in the recovery ward, but no. When the LCE got infiltrated, he snuck out without telling anyone and came back like nothing happened. And the team leader didn't even chew him out for that. Lady Ezra, that's... Oopsie. Wasn't supposed to mention that, was I? And the reason he failed to participate in the operation was... simply because the LCD was lax in supervising its personnel. Is that what you're suggesting? Lady Moses bade us hold our tongues for this very reason. She knew full well Mentor's intentions would be misunderstood in precisely such a manner. What part of this have I misunderstood? Did you just not disclose that the man deserted his post without authorization? That's the thing. He wasn't just wandering about. He was outside, all alone, taking down the ring auto mannequins who had locked down the elevator that leads into the LCE department. Yeah, it's not like he was dealing with the strongest enemy out there, but the recovery ward didn't have an emergency alarm, and nobody from the department was there to warn him either. He somehow just caught on and did the job himself. Heard it's all thanks to him that the facilities team managed to get the comms back up and contact the LCE chief dude way faster, and that helped the LCA to actually deploy. They would have been delayed for another hour or two if he hadn't stepped in, apparently. And he went fighting even though he still wasn't fully recovered, so he came back looking like he'd been processed through a meat grinder. So yeah, he did end up staying in bed like a good patient, in a lot of pain. And the soldier is not entirely deserving of reproach. Nope, he's a less talking, more doing type, I guess. Anyway, we were all stuck inside the building back then during the incident, so fine, I suppose there was no helping it. Today, though, never mind. It's always like this with him. He always slips away and pops back in saying it's done. My point is, what happens if one day one of those solo missions doesn't go his way and he just drops dead in the street somewhere? How are we supposed to help him then? Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place when nobody gave him any instructions? Bloke's gotta be relying on his gut feeling, innit? Gut feeling? Look, I only saw the bloke for a bit, so I can't say I've got him all figured out. He's an annoying bastard, but he didn't strike me as some clueless sod who doesn't know where he's stepping. Heathcliff scratched his chin, then kept talking as though he were stating an obvious fact. Today's proof enough. He's not one of us, so Clockhead couldn't have reached him from that far and sent him to back us up. There's no way he just happened to run into us when we were about to go into battle, innit? Then, well, could be bloke's got some stupidly sharp head on him and piece things together. Could be that. But I've got these moments when I get a flash of that gut feeling, however you want to call it. My boss man, Matthew, said he could hear that kind of shite too. Said I can hear them gears turning, or I think I hear rats scurrying about. He'd do things you couldn't make heads or tails of. Listen, there was this time when we were expecting a life and death fight. Matthew says you can hear them gears turning, walks into a random pub, starts throwing back drinks like he'd lost his bloody mind. Huh? That does sound like someone who's lost his bloody mind. Back when I was on the ship, some sailors used to drink the barrel dry before battling whales to blunt their fear, only to stumble around on the deck and fall overboard. Yeah, and boss could knock it back like a whale. Still, the point is, getting plastered out before a turf war is not what most sane people would call a good idea. Had us all crossed, so we went stomping after him. And guess what? Turns out that pub was the secret hideout where the opposing syndicate was holed up. They were crowding around Gaffer, running their mouths about how they'll kill him and put an end to the dead rabbits. That's when we came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single one of them got away. We beat them bloody, every last bastard, and boss knew it'd play out that way. Sorry, but this really sounds like barstool bragging to me. You sure that wasn't just a coincidence? I should think it was no mere chance. If you are saying as much, then surely this was but one among many such coincidences. Is that not so? Yeah? That was horrible. Every time Matthew pulled one of those stunts, I ended up growing bigger. Wouldn't have kept working so neatly if it were just a coincidence. It is likely what is often referred to as, indeed, an instinctive sense or experience-based precognition, more accurately, an unconscious process by which information accumulated in the subconscious is sorted and converted into sensible conclusions. There have been some extremely rare cases in which Heathcliff has demonstrated the ability to arrive at coherent conclusions that surprise even Faust. On further analysis, it would appear that he was employing a mechanism similar to a sixth sense, as some people call it. Is that a compliment, or are you taking the piss out of me? Though my mentor does not see fit to explain each step he takes, when all has passed, I often find that no footfall of his was taken in vain. I would ask of you, grant him but a little time and wait. Keep waiting, and the shape of his intent may yet become clear. Though I confess I've also been concerned about him of late. His recent silence is far heavier than what I have noticed in the past. To wait, Don Quixote began, hesitated, then stopped herself from saying more. She only gave a quiet nod. Yeah, okay. I suppose our team leader has her own reasons for letting him be. That said, doesn't mean I'm happy about it. Let us return to the task at hand and do what we can for now. Fine, fine. As the others quieted down, I finally had room to notice the place we found ourselves in. There wasn't a single ray of light, just a deep red hue passing in from every side. Can't believe we've been chatting away in the dark this whole time, Phyllis. And the red lights aren't helping us at all, especially with my aging eyes. Oh, are you looking for the light switch? It's right here. And right then, don't turn the light. I heard Merceau's clipped warning, his voice coming from a corner I didn't expect to find. Merceau, where are you? Ah, there he is. That corner, is he washing something? I am developing the film roll, manager. Exposure to light might ruin the entire roll. Please exercise caution. So he'd been doing his own thing. That explains why he was quiet all along. I mean, he's usually quiet. Didn't think you'd know how to print photographs, pal. What's that for, anyway? You expressed the wish to have the film developed, manager. I'm carrying out that instruction. I see. A photo studio first, and now a darkroom. This may be no more than a conjuncture, but it would not be unreasonable to suppose that the axis of this distortion rests upon a photographer. The film's serial numbers either match those found in the photo studio or deviate by only a single digit. It is certain that this darkroom is connected to the studio in some way. Whew. I need to drink again. The images bear striking resemblance to those photographs. I also believe this building and that photo studio share a strong connection. Oh? Where did you get these photos? I brought some from the photo studio. I cannot name the locations in the picture with certainty, yet they all appear to have been taken at various places in N-Corp's district, buildings mostly. Hey, wait! I know what these are. People take pictures like these when supplying stuff to that department store. Correct. The photos must have been taken by a documentary photographer. Docugrapher. I don't like that word. They shouldn't have come up with that one. They should have kept that one in the fridge. Together with Carmen. Merceau chimed in, holding up an odd cylindrical container in his hand this time. He gave the container a shake every now and then with a measured rhythm. Whatever he was doing seems to be part of the process of developing the film. Film rolls are hardly affordable to the average resident in N-Corp. In most cases, taking photographs is done as part of professional duties. There are approximately 21 occupations in District 14 that utilize photography. However, only a single profession involves routinely photographing specific buildings, adhering to fixed standards that can be observed in these pictures. And these docugraphers you mentioned are the people entrusted with that job. Yes, they photograph the information to be poured into canned experience. A docugrapher. How could a person of such a decently lucrative profession fall into distortion? Decent job, maybe. And how do we know if they're a decent person? Ezra replied with a clear-cut answer after only a brief pause. What makes you say that? The photo studio we were at didn't have any darkrooms, right? No, it didn't. My team leader said there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in N-Corp you have to go to a darkroom to develop and print them. Correct. Film rolls are usually immersed in developer solution to be processed. Which is why photo studios have these darkrooms equipped with red safe lights right next to them. But this place is pretty far from that photo studio. Yeah, now that you mention it. Check out these windows. They're only covered by newspapers, all messy like. If you consider how sensitive film rolls are to light, it's really super suspicious that this darkroom doesn't have any proper blackout panels. And you know films can cost a fortune in some places in the city, right? Who in their right mind would print photos in a room patched up with yesterday's newspaper? Oh. This probably isn't even a legit darkroom. Someone just hauled in the bare minimum tools needed to develop film and threw them together in a hurry. Someone who didn't want to be seen printing photos, and people don't usually avoid scrutiny unless they're doing something not so decent. If that's the case, then I can see why they might have distorted. Right? Manager. Merceau came to my side quietly, still giving the strange cylinder the occasional shake. I have a request regarding your instruction to develop this film roll. What is it? Please ensure that the light in this room is not turned on until development is complete. Aren't we already doing that? Yes. However, engaging in battle opens the door to uncontrollable variables. I don't know why I've stumbled on that one. This is why I have judged it necessary to make a separate request. Battle? There is no need for concern. I am capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development process. He really is so talented. Wait, can you slow down? A battle, you say? Surely there must be cause for you to believe so. At the photo studio, reinforcements arrived exactly 11 minutes and 34 seconds after N-Corp's pinframe team staff were defeated. Deductions based on the events thus far make it clear that the photo studio and this darkroom share some kind of connection. Furthermore, Sinner Heathcliff, Sinner Hong Lu, and Sinner Gregor have battled N-Corp's pinframe team in this very location. I hear footsteps rushing up the staircases, approaching closer and closer. I have a feeling I know what Merceau is getting at, but I ask anyway. Meaning? The initial rinse is finished. The process is now halfway to completion of the second agitation. This indicates that 11 minutes and 30 seconds have elapsed since the start of development. A battle is imminent. Please withdraw to a safe position, manager. Merceau, you should have warned us way earlier. Understood, manager. I will follow that instruction going forward. He is speaking a lot now, but I'm glad he's still the same. Never change. Does she still say this line if you cut Ishmael in half and just kill her? I feel like that would be a little bit, you know, I don't know, not problematic, but a bit unfortunate, I guess. Ooh, anyway, unfortunately, I really need to go at the moment. So, we shall be cutting it here for the first part. I will continue streaming tomorrow. So be there for that if you are here now. But yes, unfortunately, I am no longer able to continue fulfilling the request of the stream. That was very fun so far, though. It's a lot of reading, which does kill my throat. So I'll prepare better next time. Yeah, hold on. How do I guess I have to go here. Oh, this guy. That's what he sounds like, huh? Yeah, no. Certainly not what I was expecting. Thank you. I will continue doing my government mandated Limbus company streaming job tomorrow, of course. Yeah, wow. Bamboo had it Kim, huh? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Alright, well, that will be it from me for now. Thank you for being here, for anyone who was here. And I will be seeing you later. Tomorrow, that is. Presumably. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.